Okay guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about evaluating functions, but this time we're going to be finding the input. So one of the other videos is talking about finding the output of a function. This time we're going to be talking about finding the input of a function. You've done this before. I just want to refresh your memory about what it is that we're doing here. Basically the only thing they're quizzing you on is whether you know function notation or not. So I'm going to give you guys two functions. So we have function f of x, which is 2x plus 3. And we have function g of x, which is negative 5x plus 6. So again, this is read function f with variable x is equal to 2x plus 3. This is read function g with variable x is equal to negative 5x plus 6. So using those two functions, they can give you 1,000 problems if they wanted to, and then they wouldn't have to actually waste any space writing the problems, because they could just say, okay, find f of this, g of that, plus whatever. So just be careful with that, because basically using these two problems, they can give you, or these two functions I should say, they can give you a bunch of problems based on that. The only ones that I'm going to give you though for examples are 3 of them. So example 1, example 2, and example 3. Now what this is saying is, what is the value of x when f of x equals 27? So I'm going to go ahead and color code this value of f of x. So f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. And then they're asking you, what do you get for x when f of x equals 27? So all that is saying is you set f of x equal to 27 and then solve for x. So since f of x equals 2x plus 3, I'm going to say that 2x plus 3 equals 27. And then could you find x if I set this function to 27? Well, you better, because you should be familiar with solving linear equations by now. So it's basically what we've done before in the past. So you would basically draw the wall, subtract 3 on both sides, minus 3 minus 3. We get 2x on this side is equal to 27 minus 3, which is 25. Wait, 24, just kidding. Divide by 2 on both sides. And then you get your final answer for x, which x is equal to half of 24, or 24 divided by 2, which is 12. Bam, so example number 1 is done. So I hope it makes sense what we're doing here. So if f of x equals 27, then the input, or the x, is equal to 12. Let's do another one. So this time, we're going to have function g of x. So if function g of x is equal to negative 5x plus 6, what is x when g of x equals 0? So what we're doing here is we're basically setting the g of x equal to 0. So I'm going to replace g of x with negative 5x plus 6, and then set that equal to 0 to see what we get for x. So negative 5x plus 6, set it equal to 0, solve. Again, we've done this before, so we draw the wall, line to the equal sign, subtract 6 on both sides, minus 6 minus 6. Negative 5x is equal to negative 6. Divide by negative 5 on both sides, negative 5, we get x is equal to negative 6 over negative 5. Notice the negative over the negative actually cancel out, so we're left with just 6 over 5. And again, leave it as a fraction. I rather deal with fractions and decimals any day, so you can leave it like that. Last example. So example number 3 says, what is the value of x when f of x equals g of x? So we have f of x, we have g of x. This is telling me to set them equal to each other. So basically what we're doing here is, since we have f of x from the original problem and we have g of x from the next function, set them equal to each other, see what you get for x. So I'm going to do just that. So we're going to get 2x plus 3 is equal to 5x plus 6. So that's actually negative 5x plus 6, if I plug it in correctly. So just to color code it, that was corresponding to the pink, and then this was corresponding to the green. So solve for x. Again, you've done this before. If you solve for x, typically you draw the wall, you move the smallest variable to the other side. In this case, we subtract 2x on both sides, minus 2x minus 2x. We're left with 3 on this side is equal to negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7x, and then drop the 6 down. We're almost got the x by itself, so now we just got to get rid of the 6, we got to get rid of the negative 7. Let's start with the one that's furthest away always. So subtract 6 on both sides. And then this goes away. We're left with 3 minus 6, which is negative 3. On this side, we get negative 7x. Almost done, one more step. So we want to get rid of the negative 7 to get the x by itself, so we're going to divide that. So divide by -7, divide by -7, and we are done. So x is equal to that stuff. The negative and the negative cancel. So we get 3 over 7 is equal to x. Boom. Don't be scared if you get fractions. Fractions are answers as well, so it doesn't mean that you did it wrong. If you follow the steps, you should be good. Okay, hope this video helped. Good luck. I'll see you guys in the next one.